Hey y'all, Melanated Magic here with another banger for you. Sorry I didn't post the past few days. It's a holiday and it's been a very busy one for me. So most of the time I've been freestyling my messages, but lately I've been getting downloads and I forget them later because I don't write them down. So the Spirit told me to start writing my messages down. That way, whenever those downloads are coming, I don't have to sit there trying to remember it all. And so today's gem that I want to drop to you is about raising your standards. And by raising your standards, you know, we're talking about relationships, but I'm a woman, so I can only talk from my point of view as a woman as far as men are concerned with my personal experiences. So please don't go getting all like, oh my gosh, you know, she's just talking about this and that. That is what I'm talking about. That's what this video in particular is about, okay? So here we go. A real man loves a great challenge. That's why he treats you according to how you treat yourself. If he sees you settle for less, that's all you're going to get. And when things don't work out in the long run because love has been walked out the door, then you're both living with each other unhappy because you both settled. You have to give a real man a reason to desire you above all others because he loves how you have high standards because it keeps him on his toes. I don't know about you, but I have never seen an egg chase a sperm. Never. Have you? Please post it in the comments if you have. What are your opinions about this subject? I would like to know your thoughts by posting it in the comments section. Also, if you choose to donate a love gift or to check out anything else about my channel, please go into the description box and you will see my Cash App there, and you will see other links as I go adding them to my videos, okay? And I'm never going to come and ask you for money, so be careful of these spammers trying to act like they're trying to do spiritual readings or whatever. I will never come and approach you and ask you for money, okay? But if you desire to donate to me, it's in my Cash App, and that will help me to continue growing my channel, okay? Also, before I forget, hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can catch my videos as I go posting them, all right? And please share or hit like and subscribe because that helps my algorithm so that I can reach other people who need to hear my messages, all right? Now, when I'm talking about raising your standards, I'm not talking about wearing all this makeup and having to learn how to walk in high heels, getting bunions on your feet, because there's this divine feminine movement going on, and where these women are like, oh, you know, so what if I'm a gold digger? So what? Yes. And they just want to be like Barbie dolls sitting at home with wearing makeup and dressing nice and don't do anything else. But if you're a good woman, that you know you bring a lot of qualities to the table, you need to know that you have a man that's going to match or surpass that, right? And that's as far as the order of things. Like I said, I've never seen an egg chasing a sperm. The man is the one that chases. That's why he likes the thrill of the chase. But if you make it so easy and you're already giving up your cooch, what else do you give him? Once he takes it, he can be gone. And if I'm lying, think about those women that have had children with a man, and then he drops her like a hot potato and the children. And I'm not referring to all men, okay? But we do live in this big old world, and if any of you do not know what I'm talking about, you need to live some more, okay? So you'll leave the children, and because I've seen it happen a lot. I know a man that left his wife with 11 children. And she went through hell raising those 11 children. They went through a lot, okay? So you have to set your standards higher. And again, these are my points of views. I can only talk for myself. You don't have to agree with me, but I will always tell you to go research things and see what findings you have. My videos are to nudge you to desire to search on and to search deeper without being afraid, because somebody else has walked in those shoes, and the things that I've experienced have gotten better for me when I changed it, okay? Another thing is that men do not understand that we go through menstrual cycles, menopause, having to change our, you know, things down there whenever that time of the month comes, breastfeeding, if we're breastfeeding and having droopy nipples, all kinds of things we go through in our outmake as women, right? And a man will never know what that's like. A man will never know what it's like to carry a child almost a whole year and have to birth that child and go through those birth pains. So that you are very high quality, and you should treat yourself that way and not just sleep with a man because he's giving you a few words and throwing some nice smooth shit, and probably in the beginning doing good just to get you in the bed, because that's what you allowed. But if you show him that you're high standard and that you're not just going to be laying up with anybody, because you're waiting to see if you get in a serious place. I know a lot of people like to shack up these days and live together. Other people desire to get married and have that ring and say, yeah, I'm the wife, right? But everybody has their own life to live. I'm not here to cast stones. I'm not here judging, but we are talking about different scenarios, okay? So I'm not here trying to be Mrs. Politically Correct, because I have to do that all day. And this is my channel where I can just come out with it and tell it like it is, okay? So again, another thing is that a man, let me catch back up where you simply cannot put a price tag on that. So to me, if you settle for a man that cannot give you the best that you deserve, then you don't really love yourself enough. Why would you? First of all, a man that really loves you and knows he ain't got shit to offer you is doing you a great disservice by trying to get with you, getting your draws and all that stuff, and have you all in your emotions and stuff, and he has nothing to offer you, and now you got to help him. There's something wrong with that picture. So I don't believe you love yourself enough yet, and you have to learn how to love yourself more if you settle to be in that kind of relationship, and to be with a person that cannot provide for you because they can't provide for themselves. Again, you be with who you desire, but I know that there's so many men and women in this world. Why settle? Instead of aligning yourself and getting yourself positioned so that when that right partner comes in, you both are ready and healthy and whole, because you've worked on your healing and he's worked on his thing, and now you both are ready to enter a mature, healthy, happy, loving relationship. I hope that makes sense. Again, these are just my points of views. All right. So a lot of times men will come and they're such smooth operators, because that's who men are. They're supposed to come and, sweep you off your feet and whatever. But some of them are vipers and will wrap themselves around you so subtly you won't even notice it until it grips you and takes the life force out of you. And I'm talking metaphorically, okay? That's why Tupac said to keep your grass cut low so you can see the snakes when they're coming. And that takes you growing spiritually, being in tune with your spirit, man. And that discernment will let you know, don't even go there. Don't give him the time of day. And men too. There's women out there that are quite a handful and they just want to be taken care of. Yeah, I said taken care of. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but if you're happy with just dressing up like a little Barbie doll, wearing makeup, being around the house with your nails done, your lashes done, just to say that you got that, I don't know what much, to me, that's not much of a life, but I'm not living that life. And a lot of people are lazy and that's what they desire because they want to be taken care of because they can't do it for themselves, Now, if you're trying to start a business or whatever, be wise. Be wise who you connect with, because a lot of these men will try to come and run game. Do you see he's a cheapskate and he's not willing to help you, but he's all trying to get in your drawers? Let that shit go. I had to tell it just like it is. But a lot of people will settle for these smooth operators, and by the time they realize they've been got, now you're with a baby that you got to raise by yourself. And again, I'm not saying all men and women are like that, but we do live in a big, big, wicked world, do we not? I don't think you got to look far to see those things. And I used to be that person because I dealt with a lot of negativity and trauma and abuse in my life until I started realizing where it stemmed from, and I had to do shadow work, which I'm gonna do a video on that. And I started healing myself and loving myself, and now I'm to the point where I'm so confident. I love myself so much that I could be by my freaking self and be absolutely happy. You know what I mean? So you have to fall in love with you in order to set the standards high so that other people will know, wow, she really loves herself. I can't come and play with this one. You got it? It's like, do not even cross this boundary line if you're not ready for it, right? Does that make sense what I'm telling you? Especially if you're a chosen one, okay? Let's get to that part. They get sent out to you on assignment to hinder you from the purpose because they know you are chosen before you might even know it. You suspect something is different about you because you're not like most people. You don't think like most people. You don't quite fit in because you're set apart. So stop settling for these men to enter your sacred, holy, divine gates and portals, and stop sharing your essence with these selfish, low vibrational Decepticons. Believe me, I have made the same errors too, and that's why I'm here sharing this with you. Knowledge that I wish someone would have shared with me when I was younger. Okay, and then perhaps I wouldn't have made so many mistakes, but I had to grow. I personally had to learn from the school of hard knocks. Okay, nothing has been handed down to me. And now I have a healthy relationship because of the fact that I changed myself. So therefore my energy changed, and what I vibrate towards me began to change. I hope that makes sense. I do not feel sorry for any man. I do not, unless you're disabled and whatever. But I've seen people on wheelchairs with no legs and everything and still making that money, going out and getting it and not letting that hinder them. So a man is supposed to be a fighter, a protector, a provider. And this society has feminized, I hope I said that word correctly, our men so much to where now they would rather go be with another man than to chase a woman because they claim we make it too hard and everything. So they rather go make themselves the woman and live out that fantasy life. They will, you know, and I'm not here gay bashing. I have no qualms against how you desire to live your life. I'm just giving you scenarios because this is happening. Whether you like to talk about it or not, you cannot deny it, right? So nowadays, sometimes you cannot even tell who is on the down low because they have it so perfected, and because everybody's so accepting of it that now men dress very feminine, and because that's the fashion, then it's accepted to. So how does one know? That's where you take your time and stop settling. You stop rushing into relationships and having sex and think you're already in an overnight relationship, because the moment you have sex with somebody, that changes the magnitude of the relationship that could have started out as a friendship where we could have just gotten to know each other and taken our time the way it should be. But no, people are just running, and that's why there's so many divorces, because people are just running to get married thinking that's the one. They rush, and women that are just not respecting themselves, and they just quick to lay with a man, you know, and sometimes they do it for the money. Whatever the reasons are, you're still defiling your temple, because that is a holy portal, and you shouldn't just let anybody enter it, especially when you're giving your essence, and a man is entering you and ejecting his essence into you. That stays with you. I've even heard of stories where women have had children when the man got her pregnant, and the child had some of that man's sperm in there. I don't know how that happens. That's all scientific. And the child had some of the past lover's sperm. I mean, it's going inside of your body. Think about that, right? So you could wash it out, you could do whatever you want, but it's still, sorry y'all, I hit my ring light, but it's still inside of your temple. I think you ought to be choosy about who enters that temple, right? So let me see. Where was I? So I said, believe me, I have made the same errors. That's why I'm sharing this with you. Knowledge I wish someone would have shared with me when I was younger. Then perhaps I would have had the confidence to set higher standards back then, but I had to learn from the school of hard knocks. All right. So, and I have 3 amazing sons and an amazing husband. So I'm not here man bashing, just to let you know, okay? My sons are not that way. They spoil me, and they know, I know that there are very good men out there because I have met several of them. But many rather settle for less because they don't believe that they can meet that man that truly loves them and spoils them like the queen that she's supposed to be to him. That is how we're supposed to be treated. So stop settling for less than you deserve and manifest a beautiful life that we deserve, even if we do it by ourselves. I have a video I posted called Stop Trying to Meet Him Halfway. I have not posted that yet, but I will be. A man that knows you're the only one for him will work on proving that he's the only one for you. He will prepare himself to present you with the good life that you deserve by not bringing you more burdens on top of the ones you already have. Okay, I have a video called Do you love him more? Oh no, Deep Trouble. Those are 2 videos I'm going to be posting. Check it out after I post them, okay? Again, I wrote this download last week. Get to know him as well as possible and see if he brings you around his people and how he treats you when he's around others. Take your sweet ass time and don't rush to get married. We are not in the 50s anymore. Do you know how many fish there are in the world and you're settling for someone who would drop you like a hot potato and abandon you with your children? Very few men step up all the way to feel their emotional and nurturing, to fulfill their part as a parent, because they already found the next culprit, and you know we're a part of. Let me go back. Very few men step up all the way to fill their part as a parent because they already found their next culprit, and you know we are emotional and nurturing beings, so we catch feelings and then want to start playing mommy to these men because we're brainwashed to believe that these are the things that make a so-called good woman. Well, y'all can go keep playing mommy to these low vibrational men and finish raising him for their mommies. But as for me, I am not going to continue doing that to myself because I have learned to love myself way too much to settle for less than the best, because I'm a great woman and I fucking deserve it, because I am the divine feminine. Makeup, no makeup, jeans and sneakers and t-shirts and possibly a hat, and I'm still a divine feminine because no one defines my life for me but me. Okay, get it? Got it? Good. Plus, the scriptures say that he that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains it, and it shows that he obtains favor from Yah, or the Most High Creator. Okay, that's in Proverbs 18:22. If you would like to check it out. Who finds? The one who seeks. And it says that the man is the seeker. You are the object of desire they are seeking. Therefore, your role is to prepare yourself to be ready for when he finds you and proves his love to you, where you don't need to even question or second guess it. Even if you have to get your grind on to set yourself up, because you should not be waiting to depend on a man or anyone else. This way, when he finds you, he will know that he cannot play games on you, because he desires to be fully open with you and only you. And the majority of men love the thrill of chasing skirts, and some probably draws, if you catch my drift. There's a whole lot of it in the closet brothers out there, and I don't respect that type of deceitful shit. They only get married to cover their little hidden secrets. And I'm not saying it's every man, but there's some of everything in this world that we currently reside in. You have to be careful, and be careful when you're traveling out of town with men with money, because a lot of them are manipulators, abusers, and others will probably sell you and your organs in the black market. What turned into a date could turn into a nightmare. I know. I've worked in domestic violence, and we've talked about, we've gone to networks about human trafficking, people who harvest organs and things like that. So be choosy with your friends, lovers, etc. That's how so many people go missing and end up forced on drugs, and then they're turned into addicts to exploit them until they no longer need them, and they have to end up dead in the street corner selling themselves for money because they're on substance abuse with no skills or documents, who end up in the world forgotten, okay, and judged and ridiculed. So be very selective and set your standards high confidently. Let me know what your thoughts are towards this topic that I've discussed today. If this video resonated with you, once again, please check out my other videos and support my channel by clicking the subscribe button, hitting that like button, and that notification bell so you could catch my videos when I go posting them. Much love to one and all. Please go put that in your pipe and smoke it. Peace out. I'll see you in the next video. Much love.